leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Paint cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful Massapequa, New York. Right by the railroad station, the Chinese restaurant, the Italian place, the CVS. Hello, Rich Walker.
Hey, how are you?
You're bigger than me tonight. Look at you. You got a
I
big
know.
head.
I could set my phone back so I could get minimalized. Like
Yeah,
you.
see if we can be the same size. I don't want people thinking you're like fat,
Right.
you know. Hey, Rich.
How are you?
Well, I enjoyed
How was your holidays?
the holidays. Well, I saw you on New Year's Eve.
We
did a
worked
show-
together.
We did a show together in a theater. It sounds like we're a big shot in a theater. And all I can remember from the show is the MC's introduction of me.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't know, it's Mario Bosco.
No, I can't. Why did you? Mario Bosco wrote down my introduction on a piece of paper towel.
Yes.
Towel. I said, yeah, New York City fireman, 21 years, president, founder of the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation. He did his set. He said, all right, our next comic is Fireman NY Fire.
NYPD.
No. Then he said, Laughter loves. Then he went blank. And then he mouthed to me in the wings, what's your name?
In front of all these people on New Year's Eve in a theater.
And I had the other microphone, thank God. And I went,
Right.
John LaRocca. And I went running out. And you know what?
You said, John LaRocca. And it sounded like God was calling you out.
Give a rat's ass. It was funny. Some people may get insulted on that. I thought it was hysterical. We had a good time. It was nice to be out.
Right.
The second show, you went elsewhere. You drove all the way out to Riverhead for a second show.
Yeah.
I stayed there and had a heckler on the second show who kept pulling off his mask and heckling me. He was risking his COVID life to heckle me.
What was he saying to you? I didn't hear about
All kinds
this.
of nonsense that we got some duct tape and we taped it around his head to keep his mask on and to keep him quiet. So it worked out.
Right.
So that was New Year's Eve for Richie and I. We had a good time.
That was our first New Year's Eve together.
I think it was.
In 20, how many years you doing comedy now?
Well, I'm 62, so 6 months. Because then if somebody sees me, they go, oh my God, you're so good for 6 months.
Yeah, right.
You know, but if I tell them 30 years, they're like, oh my God, you suck.
Right, then it's no good.
Right?
Well,
that's what I did. 6 months.
I think I'm going to start doing that trick.
You got to do something. I'm
going to tell them I graduated a comedy school and I just started. And maybe that'll bring in more customers to the class when they see, wow, if he could do it that good in 6 months.
If he can be that funny in 6 months, don't
That's
tell
good
me.
strategy.
No, when you work with newer comics, don't tell them you do school. Just tell them you went to the school and 3 months ago, right? And
That's better advertising.
Yeah, where is that school? And then you end up being one of the instructors and you already sucked them in.
Yeah.
I think I told you I am big time investor now with Sophie. I have my Sophie account. You have you can buy $10 worth of stock even if it costs $3,000 a share.
Hey, how do you do that?
Listen, since you're advertising them, at least say it right.
Yes.
SOF.
Stand Up University.
SoFi.
What's the
as
difference?
in finance?
You know, we're brought to you by
Well, we might be able to get him as a sponsor.
We're brought to you by Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community, by the way. Richie forgot to say that. Richie forgot to say it.
Right. And I
Rich,
didn't say live.
Are you doing anything physical other than competing with me in the Fitbit, exercise-wise? I know you used to go to the gym.
I used to, but
I have
then I
bad day.
actually lost weight by not going to the gym. I was
Really?
gaining weight at the gym. But I think that was because I was building more muscle.
Yeah, that's
But
what.
now I lost all my muscle, and I'm just like I wasted away to like a skeleton. You wouldn't know it by the face, but I do a lot of walking. I do more walking now,
Yeah.
like you.
I try to go on days like today. I go to Home Depot or the mall to walk. I didn't do it today. I'm having a bad day. Yesterday I had 20,000 steps. Today I only got 6,800.
Not good.
Day
Let me
yesterday.
see.
But I ordered an elliptical machine, a tight, not a big one, but a really nice one. But it's less spot. I'm putting it down my basement, so I'm looking.
One thing, you're not allowed to wear Fitbit on an elliptical.
Of course you can. Why not?
You get electrical impulses, like shocks from it in your legs.
No, listen. That was a prank somebody played on you at the gym.
You're not allowed to do that.
You see the new cup, Laughter Saves Lives cup that Bobby made for us?
I didn't see it.
Paradise Studios, Strong Island Television. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
I need one of those
You can get one. You can get one.
for the low price of $21.99.
No, we'll give it to you for 12.
I'm always eating on your show.
I like that. I actually like that. Butcher gets all worked up when we eat on the air because it's just like two guys sitting around hanging out. And that's what I want the show to look like. I don't want it to look like it's very well produced.
No, we don't like that. Here he is.
What? You don't want it to look like it's very well produced.
I do not. Because low expectations. If we have a great show one week and people go, wow, that looked great, then they'll be excited.
I've got you eating Chinese food. I've got him eating chocolate chip cookies.
Well, Danny's just delivered the food, so on the break, I'll crack something open.
Let me ask you a
Don't ever
question.
deliver that again when I'm on the show.
You
When
ever
I'm
see
there with
Johnny or Letterman or, I don't know, Fallon, Kimmel? You ever see them eating on the air?
No.
What about Martha Stewart?
And look where it
Rachel Ray?
Look what Rachel Ray. There you go.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh
we
my God.
want to be like two Italian.
Julia
guys.
Child. What about Chef Ramsay? They
There
eat.
you go. Come on, Butch.
You
Come
know
on.
those are cooking shows, right, Rich?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
But they have guests. He's gone.
We have got 2 free rooms for our June show up in Binghamton. Amy worked it out with the Hampton Inn. They complimented us 2 rooms for the show we're doing up there.
What's the date?
I'll get you the date tomorrow. You want to drive up to Binghamton with me? Do you
I
really
would
want
love
to be
to. I was supposed to drive far upstate with you, and I said, I'll do the show if you do it with me. You go, I'm in, but you delayed it like 4 times.
Yeah, I got. Do you remember that we did a gig years ago up in a restaurant up in the Catskills?
Yeah.
And you were very impressed with my set that night. You didn't think I could do 5 minutes.
You drove, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were great. No.
Anybody that drives is usually very good on the way home. The passenger always says, "Hey, you had a nice set. Now take me home."
You know, I once drove up to Albany, above Albany. You remember Vinnie Mark?
I do.
And I was new in the business, and we went to some bar. It was located like in a corner, whatever.
Yeah.
So we go to this bar, and I didn't do well at all because I was new.
Right.
You know,
Are you
and
still
he
new?
killed.
Are you still new?
6 months. So this was 6 months ago. So the end of the story is, so we're coming home in a snowstorm, and we were laughing so hard. And that was the first time in the car I've ever heard another comic go, "Sure, now you're funny."
Thanks for saying
But
it.
now I say it all the time.
Thanks for saving it. All right, so I'm making up a stuffed toy, a Laughter Saves Lives Johnny Plug laughing fire hydrant. I got a company Looks like we're going to move forward finally on this stuffed animal. It's been going for a while.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Rich Walker, with the stuffed toy, you like to exaggerate certain features to make it look funny. You don't want it to look like a fire hydrant. The fire hydrant doesn't look funny. It could laugh a little bit, but you want it to be a little stocky, a little chubby, and emphasize certain qualities. If I was making a Rich Walker doll, all right, other than the obvious, what would I exaggerate on you to make you look funnier?
What would be exaggerated on me?
Other than the obvious.
The laughter. If it laughed.
No. I want a physical feature of you.
Physical. What would you exaggerate on me?
I'm making a Rich Walker stuffed animal.
I want you to exaggerate my hair.
That would
Like
be
if you could make it a lot of hair.
like a big head of hair.
Yeah.
Like a Doris Day.
That's better. Your sound just came on. What happened?
No, I was trying to be funny the whole time.
Oh. A big Doris Day. Did Doris Day have big hair?
I have no idea. I just wanted to say Doris Day. I had it written down. Tonight, just say Doris Day somewhere.
Right.
Let's get it in. Because I never got it in on any of the shows the last 3 years. Doris Day.
We have to ask Courtney if she knows who Doris Day is. And don't.
Courtney does not know. I would say Courtney does not. I would say Courtney does not know who either of we are either.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I asked her to be on the show, and then I went through the whole thing, and then she paused and she said, "Who are you?" That was after 3 conversations with Courtney.
Let me check with my comedy school and ask if I should be doing your show.
You wanted to really do a comedy show, something with laughter.
Yeah.
To emphasize.
You're gonna love her. Did you ever see her?
Who?
Courtney.
Who's she?
She's on your show. She's the comedian at the end. Yes.
Yes, I saw Courtney. She's a sweetheart. What I like about her is she's so cute, but she could still have the foul mouth a little bit. You know, she still has a little bit of the edge.
Yeah.
You know, and she came out of your school, correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a short time ago, I'm gonna guess 6 months ago.
And she's funnier than us, already.
She's great.
Your school, what's your graduation rate that gets paid gigs? What is it, 5% from the school? 5% of the comics that go through the school get paid gigs?
Well, more so now than in the past, because we have over 1,600 graduates in 23 years.
What does it take to graduate a comedy school? Attendance?
Your check clears.
So true. So very true.
No, but we turn out a lot of talent. Courtney's living proof. Chris Monty, Chris Roach, Eric Tartaglione.
Chris Monty and Chris Roach didn't come out of your school.
Yeah, they did.
They were doing comedy before you started your school.
Chris Roach took the class 6 times.
All right. I never went to your school. What does that say about me?
We could work on that.
Send the check. What days you have available?
And then we'll give you a diploma once the check clears.
We'll
even take a Laughter Saves Lives check, if you'll believe that.
Well, we don't know. We can't send a foundation check.
Oh, no.
No, but I can send you a personal check.
Yeah.
My wife would do anything to get me out of the house more.
She get rid of you for 7 Tuesdays.
She made a great chicken cutlet tonight.
What kind of chicken cutlet?
Like just a breaded chicken cutlet with some Romano cheese in there and some other spices, and it was the best chicken cutlet she's ever made. Even when I was quarantined in the basement for a month, this was better. It
was in crushed Captain Crunch.
No. Let's go. You know what? Let's go to a commercial break. And we'll run a commercial for your school. Can we still call it a comedy school?
Stand Up University. Our next class is January 11th. Next week, if anybody wants to jump in.
That's a $50. Now you got to pay $50 sponsorship for the show.
Yep.
All right. Let's go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Rich Walker and our first guest.
9/11 didn't end on 9/11. 500,000 people were exposed to the World Trade Center toxins and are still at risk today. 68 cancers have been linked, including skin cancers, prostate cancer, breast cancer, blood cancers, and many respiratory illnesses. Fortunately, all victims qualify for free health care, and more than $10 billion is available from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a paralegal just 2 blocks from Ground Zero. I had skin cancer and lymphoma.
I worked at Goldman Sachs. I had kidney cancer and respiratory illnesses.
I was a downtown teacher. I had breast cancer. I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
If you were downtown anytime on or after 9/11, call Barish and McGarry, the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Call today. No law firm has recovered more money with over $2 billion awarded to 9/11 victims. If you worked, lived, or went to school in the exposure zone on or after 9/11, call Barish and McGarry today.
My father worked downtown. He died of bladder cancer.
I ran from Gateway Plaza in a cloud of smoke as the towers fell.
My mother and I qualify.
I qualify.
Barish and McGarry's advocacy for 9/11 victims isn't just professional, it's personal. With offices just steps from Ground Zero, they witnessed the pain of the 9/11 attacks and lobbied Congress to pass and permanently extend the Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a downtown court officer. I had prostate cancer in 2007. I qualify.
We all qualify.
And we're back. We opened up with 15 minutes of just funny. Thank you to Frank and Pat for watching, Mickey Delaney, and Gina from Rescue Family Inc. Richie, she wants us to come down and help one day. You can't skirt this. The 2 of us got to go down there.
Let's go. Let's do it.
You got to bang some nails. You got to carry some wood. You know what I'm saying?
I could do small contractor work.
All right, so she says, going great, Butch. Can't wait to have you guys come down to help. She's calling us to the carpet. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
You know, maybe bring a little lunch, try to avoid, tell some jokes, but we're going to have to do some physical labor.
I want to go just so I could see you do some of the physical labor.
I'll do it. Let's bring in John Veith and Sal Sedano from Fight for Firefighters. Sal, did I say your name wrong?
Close enough.
No, not you. What's your last name?
Sedano.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
It's Saldana.
Yeah, he said I wanted to test him. Hey guys, how are you? 2 FDNY brothers. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
It's always an honor to be with the brothers again. It's one of the greatest things I did in my life, more than my kids and my marriage. No, she's watching. I'm dead again, Rich. Being around you guys and seeing like some of the good work that you guys do. You guys are building ramps for disabled firefighters, their families, maybe their kids. Do I got that on the nose?
Right.
What a cool friggin' thing. And I'm looking at some of the Bobby, you got that picture of them? Don't
Give me a minute. I'm sorry.
All right, you see, Bobby.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
He's right on.
That's right. The first time I moved into my house that I live now, Rich, I said, hey, guys, I'm moving next week. And I had 8 guys at my house to help me move. This is what the Brotherhood's all about. Tell them how you got involved with this, guys, and what you actually do.
About 3 or 4 years ago, we took on the fishing tournament in Montauk. It was the Stack Fishing Tournament.
Right.
And we took it all.
In memory of who? John Stack.
In Battalion Larry Stack, Battalion Chief Larry Stack.
Right.
We took that over 3 or 4 years ago, and I have a construction background, so I actually went to the World Trade Center nurses and asked them what they needed, and they said they had no one to build these ramps.
Wow.
And put grab bars on in people's bathrooms, and so I said, we're your guy, and from there it just grew. It grew exponentially. It grew a lot to now we're doing 2 this week.
Where are they?
Today we did one in Seaford, and on Monday we're doing one all the way in Warwick.
Warwick, New York. And like I said,
Look
look
at
at all those
that.
guys that show up, Richie. Look at them all. And they got to
Unbelievable.
turn guys away.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you're doing God's work, boys. You're doing God's work. I love it. I said to them, listen, you want me to come down? They go, no, just send us some money, John. Stay the freak away from this. You'll get your ass kicked or whatever because you don't know what you're doing. So if it was local, I may stop by, buy some lunch, say hello to you guys. So next time you do one local, let me know. Let me know. Can you tell us a little bit about the Warwick job? You don't got to give us a name or anything like that, but could you tell us who you're doing it for, who it is?
The Warwick job we're doing for a brother from Ladder 30 who has a disabled child. So right now they have a step down to their deck, and they have about 3 or 4 steps to get to their driveway, and that's really no good. You know, as she gets older and stuff, they really do need that ramp. So we're going to try to raise their whole entire deck and give them a ramp down to their driveway.
Oh, you said you're going to try. You guys are definitely going to do it.
We're going to do it in a day.
Absolutely. So you want this child to be able to feel good enough to do things by themselves.
Correct.
Just a little step like that going into the house, you're changing this kid's life, and it's awesome. Sal.
Yes.
I just want to make sure you're still awake. Sal, give me another story about a day, something that really moved you over the last year or two.
A moment that really moved me with the foundation over the last year or two?
Yeah, one of the decks you built, or
I'd say we built a ramp for a kid who felt trapped in his house, and we weren't even done building it, and he kept coming out in the wheelchair and trying to use it before we were done. And when we were finished, just the look on his face, and it's like giving him an opportunity for a little freedom. Now he's thinking about other things he could do. He doesn't have to wait for his dad to help him out of the house. And you could really see that. And that's really rewarding. And that's basically it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Richie, you got anything? Or are you just going to hang out and eat those cookies?
I'm done with my cookies.
All right.
You know what this is? I'm thinking of, like, I love how, I'm not a fireman, so I apologize to you guys. But the brotherhood is unbelievable. From on the outside looking into this is unbelievable. The brotherhood. Comedians don't have this, right, John? You call a comedian to help you do anything, and they want to know how much time they're getting on stage before they help you.
And how much? You know what, Richie? I've had good experiences with comics, because I come from that brotherhood, and I try at times to. Sometimes I fail, but keep trying to get that feeling. Recently, we had a fellow comic, I'm not going to say her name, who had a lot of issues with her parents, got sick. Then there was some problems with the home where they couldn't move right back in. And I showed up one day and just, helped to clean some things off or whatever. And from what I understand is every day there was another comic there helping.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't hear about that.
There is some of that. There is some of that out there. There is some of that out here. Have you guys ever heard of my friends Gina from Rescue Family Inc., Gina and Vinny?
No, I never heard of them.
I'm going to introduce you guys just for networking purposes. They refurbish homes for disabled people. They do an unbelievable job. They cut the homes all for free. I'm going to introduce you guys. I don't know if networking, if you can have a network or whatever, but you guys are doing kind of not the same thing. You guys are doing ramps. They're doing the inside of the house. But I'll introduce you. She's on here now. She's awesome. They're awesome, her and Vinny. All right, so the next project is Warwick.
Warwick on Monday.
I was talking to John now. Richie, what do you think of this idea? They run
Let's hear it.
They run this fishing. I'm not a fisherman. They run this fishing tournament to raise money. I think we're going to advertise it on Laughter Saves Lives and see if we can get some comics, because I know there are fisherman comics out there.
Yes, there are.
And this thing to raise some money for them, and it would be a fun day out.
Agreed.
That idea.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we would love to do that. Is website? Talk to us about your website.
We mainly operate through our Facebook page. It's you just type in Fight for Firefighters Foundation in the search bar on Facebook, you'll find the group. And,
Fight for
we do have
Firefighters Foundation.
Fight for
Fight
Firefighters.
for Firefighters Foundation, yes. We do have a website, which is not primarily what we use, but it's the same name. It would be www.fightforfirefightersfoundation.com.
All right, and if you need any help with your website, Jonathan Morris, Famous Visions, does ours. He's a great guy. I'm sure he'll help you out. He's a good guy. Anything else we want to talk about, boys?
No, other than just to go back with what Sal just said, that same kid was so happy that he made a lemonade stand a couple months later and raised $500 for us.
Oh, that is so
Look
cool.
at that.
Or even more, maybe.
You know, I was talking to Richie on the way in. I'm going to, and I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. Please don't think that. I'm going to donate platelets tomorrow. There's a captain. You probably saw the thing in the one of the fire department publications going into Sloan, and it reminded me of Vinny Ungaro, Captain Vinny Ungaro, Squad 288, who passed away from 9/11 related cancer. And he said to me, and this is the brotherhood. This is all. He said to me on his deathbed. I visited him at Sloan. They don't get enough platelet donations here, Johnny. It's all firemen. Like if a fireman needs it, people show up, but they're not here. And he looked at me in the eyes and he said, "We have to do something." And Vinny, Vinny knew it. And I'm like, we have to do something. So I was telling Richie, I want to try to do something in his memory of having a blood platelet day. Laugh to say, Zayas, she'll take you out for pizza afterwards. We'll have some laughs, and we'll all show up.
I tried to get him for steak, but
no steak. It's foundation.
Pizza's good. Pizza's
and nothing on the pizza. It's a foundation. No
maybe
pepperoni,
extra
nothing.
crispy.
No cheese, no sauce. Guys, I love what you're doing. Sal's got to get a little more excited when he comes on the show, a little more enthusiasm next time. But we love you guys, and thank you. We're excited. May 5th, you're going to be part of the May 5th event. So it's good. John's gone already. He hung up.
Yeah, you thought I was bad. He left already.
There he
is. All right, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time. Be safe out there. Be safe.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll go to commercial break, and we'll be back with our next guest, Jimmy J and James.
Right after these messages.
One more radio. Right.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Rossi.
And I'm Arthur Lee, the creator of LifeVac.
We're here today to announce that to date, LifeVac has saved hundreds of lives of people who almost died due to choking.
People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those lives is a child. That's why I created LifeVac.
And as a new mom, and from housewife to housewife, I felt compelled to share with you the discovery of this life-saving device.
LifeVac is a simple-to-use airway clearance device. Just place, push, and pull to save a life.
And it costs less than it would take to fill up your car with a tank of gas. Imagine being able to save a life for less than $70.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
That's LIFEVAC.net.
Please don't allow one of your loved ones to become the victim of choking accident.
LifeVac
How did he come on there?
saved a 6-month-old baby girl. That was saved number 240.
Is the commercial over? What happened there?
Yeah, the commercial is over. It ends
Oh,
at a minute.
because it's all right. I'm looking at the big screen. It's counting down up here.
So what I was saying was they saved a 6-month-old baby girl and 240 total saves by
Wow.
LifeVac. We've been with LifeVac for a while.
Well, they've been with us for a while too.
They've been with us. We've been with them. And we've been in a mutual relationship. So good for them. Good for Art over there and all they do. Did I say hello to Ann before? Hello, Ann. I think I did. Yes. Let's bring in.
And did you see who's on? Melissa Ialpi's on.
No. Where?
Yeah.
I didn't see her. Hey, Melissa. How are you, Melissa Ialpi? Her brother John was lost on 9/11. I used to work with him. John Ialpi, a hero, a firefighter, and a great guy. But yes, Melissa introduced us. I didn't mention that, Butch. Thanks for bringing it up. Melissa introduced me this week to Oh my God! I hope I'm keeping the story straight here. A firefighter. Oh, I have to. Double, my mind is going because we helped the firefighter who lost his home this week, Avali. We sent the check, but I don't know if that's who Melissa introduced me to. You'll have to ask her, Butch. We're going to be helping somebody she introduced me to, but we had a lot of Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Right.
We're helping the chief. That's where the plane went down on 9/11. We're helping a chief that responded to that incident. He needs a heart transplant. We're paying some of his bills. Laughter Saves Lives has been kicking tush this week. We've been doing great work, and it's all because of the money raised from people who send in donations, who come to our shows, who buy our shirts. That's where the money goes, people. So let's bring in 2 more guests. What do you say, Butch?
Sounds good. They're ready to go.
All right, Jimmy J and James from One More Run Radio. Hey, guys.
Hey. Hello.
Now, Richard, these are professional radio guys, so you know they have been switching, watching our mess. You know what I mean? They've been sitting there going, what did we get ourselves into?
Not at all.
They have those big springy microphones. Can we get them, Butch?
Yeah, sure we can get them. But listen, they're not just radio personalities. I'm fairly sure they are both first responders.
Yes, we were. Yep. Yes, we were. Absolutely.
So you both police?
Deputy sheriffs.
Oh, he had to throw in the deputy sheriff thing.
I know, right? Yeah, you know. Where's my hat?
Well,
Where's my
we are honored to have you on.
It's good to be on.
As I say at Laughter Saves Lives, we need to do more at Laughter Saves Lives for police. It's natural. I come from a fire background. I know a lot of guys, a lot of different charities. We've done a little bit. We want to do more, and that's one of the reasons we hooked up during the week and we spoke. We want to do some stuff with you guys. So basically, tell us what you guys do with the radio station.
Well, we got started years ago. It was just a bunch of firefighters and cops hanging around one night at a bonfire. We're listening to great music, telling some jokes, but then eventually stories started coming up about the demoralizing and defunding the police. And just how many people were starting to commit suicide, the mental health issues, and decided we needed to do something about it. So we decided we could go on One More Run. So that's where One More Run Radio started from.
Love it.
We wanted to have people be able to reach out to us, and we could bring them virtually to that bonfire with us, with music and comedy, and let them know people still care. So that's where we started. Now, you know, we've got tens of people listening. Then it was hundreds. Now we're in the thousands of people listening every day. And it's basically all the rock music you listen to on your normal radio station, but the DJs are guys like us.
Right.
There's no commercials for insurance companies. There's just commercials for first responder products or first responder owned businesses, because everybody's got a side hustle. You know, the DJs tell jokes that only firefighters and cops get, you know, not just random jokes. It's, you know, inside kind of jokes. We try to have on first responder comedians, like Vinny Montez was just on.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had, I think I told one of you guys this, we had Vinny on our show when we went out to, where is he from? Colorado, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So we went out to Colorado 2 years ago. I needed an act. I couldn't drag everybody on a plane. We brought John Consoli, a Marine, with us, comic, and we hired Vinny to headline our show. He did a great job.
He's hilarious. He is so funny.
We loved him.
Some of his stories, you just go, oh.
Yeah. Tasing a loofah.
Yeah. Oh. Absolutely.
So what we want to do with you guys is, the first thing we want to do is an online comedy show, like a telethon type deal.
Right.
To raise money for a few police charities. We'll hit up some other charities because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They'll click on their charity. Your followers will click on your charity, and we'll raise some money for a few police charities.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll do it out of the studio here. Richie will be on the show, right, Richie?
Right.
He'll open the show because Richie's great at that. Because you don't want somebody too funny up front. You know, you want to build. Right, Rich? You want to build.
It can only go up after me.
It can only go up.
And the
That's hilarious.
The beauty of doing that is we can have some of our friend comics from all over the country.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
that'd be
to,
great.
to zoom in and do 10 minutes or whatever, and we'll have a ball doing it. Is there any other events that you guys are working on?
Not right now, other than our biggest new thing is a daily listener giveaway.
What are you giving away?
It all depends on the day, but all these small first responder businesses are sending us products and samples that we're able to then give out and pass on.
Nice.
But not many people actually want the gift. They're refusing it. They're saying, take the value of it and give it to my local station, give it to my local fire department, give that money towards whatever, buy them all lunch.
Absolutely.
And that's getting bigger and bigger. So we're, keep getting bigger and bigger sponsors wanting to be part of that. And it's turning into a huge thing for us. We've got all the people, competing to be the sponsor of the day and handing out those prize packs that are getting bigger and bigger and bigger in value. And it's really starting to help the community.
Now, do you guys still do these bonfires?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
And where are they?
In the backyard, right here.
Oh,
we have them right out back. Yep.
Wow, that's great. I would love to go to that.
Come on down.
If you're ever in Ohio.
Do you think you're in Ohio, right?
Correct.
Where did we go 2 years ago? Did we go to Ohio? I'm going so bad. Where's the air? When did we go to Ohio?
We did a military base in Ohio.
Right, Patterson?
Yes.
Right, Pat.
Yeah.
Yes, I ended up dancing after the show with an elderly woman, and I found out it was the general's wife later on.
Oops.
That was. But we had a ball. We had a ball on the base. We did a theater. Where was the theater, Butch?
Was it a theater or a comedy club? I think it was a comedy club.
We did both. Anyway, we'd love to come back and do a local show again with you guys.
Great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be real good.
All right, so we're gonna start planning this. We're gonna get through COVID, and we're gonna start planning some of this stuff.
Just to make sure we get it out there, guys, because we do have a lot of first responders who watch our show. What is the web site that people can go to listen?
It's you can go to onemorerunradio.com. And we have all the listener links. We have our full bio pages, everything you would need. We even have a page dedicated, to what we call your 6 page, which is, if you're needing some help, you're needing something's going on in your life, you go to that page and there's resources there that you can click on and get what you need.
When I was checking out your website today, that was nice to see. They have they have all the different contacts for first responders or anyone really that needs help. It was great.
Yes.
And
who produces your show, guys?
Hey.
This is the producer right here.
I'm doing it all.
And is it video also or just radio?
It's mostly radio. We do occasionally take some video clips and put them online and stuff, but it's mostly radio.
Mostly radio.
All right. Well, interesting. Rich?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to ask these two gentlemen? When you guys, let me ask you this before Rich, you come up with a question here.
Yeah.
Before you guys did the radio, were you the type of guys on the job where people would think this is something you were doing? Were you the funny guys? Were you the quiet guys?
I was actually a pretty serious guy. I like to have fun at work. Don't get me wrong. I love having fun at work, but work is work. You got to be serious.
Right.
At some points. But yeah, I like to have fun. So yeah, there was some joking and some,
Yeah, occasionally, especially when we got together.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we do. Well, being a firefighter is a lot more fun than being a cop. Cop is a very, very tough job. I don't think I could do it. We laugh a lot, when the bell rings, we're out, we go out. But you guys have to be a little more serious.
And I can neither confirm.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of our activities.
Good move. Good move. Richie, now this is the big closing question.
Well, I'm very impressed. Your voices are radio voices. Did anybody tell you that? You sound like if you close your eyes. Radio.
Well, you can thank the box for this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty much this box over here.
with the
box
springing
gives
mic,
you radio
you can get
voices.
some radio
John,
voices.
maybe you could
Yes.
invest in one of these.
Yes.
You
It definitely
maybe we
does.
can invest in a comedy box to make us funny.
Does that have canned
Do they
laughter,
make those?
that box?
Well, we're going to tune into the show. I'd like to be on the show one day.
Absolutely.
If you have me.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're going to put together this online comedy show. We're going to have a ball doing it. We're going to raise some money for some police charities. And it's going to be an honor.
And the good thing is, if you guys have John on the show,
yes,
they don't have to say anything for almost an hour.
Oh, as long as we keep our sponsors, we're good with that.
Yep. Hey,
Oh, they'll love it.
we're good with whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, I had an NYPD bomb expert on my show, a good friend of mine, Tony. We called him Tony F Bombs. We told him not to curse, and he dropped so many F bombs that they changed our rating in the middle of the show. We
Whoops.
actually saw it change on the screen.
Whoopsie daisies.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right,
Guys, we are not going to commercial because we have Courtney ready to go.
All right.
If Jimmy J and James would like to stay on for a few minutes and listen to the lovely comedy of Courtney Otero, that would be fantastic if you guys could stay on.
Absolutely.
Did I say Courtney?
Yes, Courtney.
Good.
Bring her on. Well, thank you guys. Hey, Courtney.
Hi, how are you, John?
Good. I guess I was in a comedy. I was judging a comedy contest when I met Courtney, and Courtney won the contest. She made the biggest donation to Laughter Saves Lives. So Courtney won the contest, and I was very impressed with her. She was funny, but she was likable, and she's only doing comedy a short time. And she had a little bit of a potty mouth, little bit, Courtney, right? A little bit.
A little bit.
What?
Didn't expect some of the things.
Courtney.
Well, she said that's what she learned. She said at comedy school.
Yeah, that's what I learned at Stand Up University. So it's kind of their fault for teaching me.
She goes, I didn't want to curse. Those guys made me, she said.
Yeah.
They made me.
You're welcome to come on our program anytime.
Right on.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, I'm not cursing today.
You already made it to Ohio.
Yes. So, Courtney, anything about the show? You've watched the whole show, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And who is Doris Day?
Oh, you know what? I actually just looked her up because I didn't know who she was. And it said that she was an actress and an animal rights activist, which, I'd probably really like her because I love animals. I'm vegan. And I think we get along.
Que sera, sera.
And Richie is very similar. He loves animals and he loves to eat them.
Love them.
So,
Let's go to a nice steakhouse.
And what's interesting about Courtney is after watching some of our previous shows, she still came on, which is very unusual.
No, I liked them. Oh my God, they're entertaining. I wouldn't stay through the whole thing if I didn't enjoy it.
See, now you know why we have her. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Courtney. Good night. I met your mom that night.
Yes.
Very nice lady. Very nice lady. And do you know what place you came in the contest?
I tied for 5th in the first round, and I went to finals but didn't place.
5th?
And what?
I tied for 5th the first time, then I went to finals and I didn't place, but I was just doing it for the experience, and it was nice because I met a lot of new people.
Well, in Courtney's defense, there was 42 comics on the show, so 5th is pretty good.
Wow. That's a lot. I didn't know there were that many.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know how many.
Rich is trying to be funny. So I hear that you have a friend that had a little experience with them. That they're a psychic. They think they're a psychic.
Oh yeah, well, so my friend's mom claims that she's a psychic, can contact souls on the other side. So last week I was at my friend's house and I said to her mom, "Hey, can you reach out to my grandma?" And she was like, "Wait a minute, Courtney, she's here with us right now. And Courtney, she says she loves you very much.
Wow.
And I was like, I sure hope she does, but I just need you to call her to come pick me up.
I need a ride. And so what else do you have going on, Courtney?
So I actually have a few shows coming up in January. The closest ones are January 14th and 15th. I will be at Governor's Levittown in the Little Room. So yeah, I'm super excited. This is the most shows I've had in 1 month.
Well, don't tell people that. Don't tell people that.
Pandemic didn't hurt you at all.
Nope.
Give us a little more of your shtick. You gave me another bit you wanted to work on, but just tell us what you do on stage. Just sitting there, relax. But any other bits that you have?
Oh yeah. So I'm a really bad driver, and I've probably gotten like every ticket that exists, but I haven't got red light tickets, and that's probably because I drive through orange lights like I'm crossing the finish line in Mario Kart. But I've developed some tricks to avoid getting more tickets, so like I don't get them anymore. Like, for example, the other day I got pulled over and the cop comes up to my window and he was like, "Did you know that you're driving on the wrong side of the road?" So I looked at him and I was like, "Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was the wrong side."
Great.
And he like looked at me and he stared at me for a while, but then he was like, "All right, I'll give you a warning, but be careful next time."
Nice.
I haven't heard that
Yeah.
one
You know
before.
we have
That's
two cops
good.
on. You know we have two cops on here.
Where?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Be careful. Be careful. You don't want them to learn your tricks.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Okay, good. Let's just forget that ever happened.
I don't know nothing.
Now, let me ask Jimmy and James, could you give her a ticket? Would that be difficult?
You're kind of talking to the wrong people because I like giving tickets. I did.
Oh, you enjoy it.
Well, it depends on the situation, you know. Running a red light. Yeah.
But what about driving on the wrong side of the road if you're English?
I would probably have your car towed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go
I'm
to
sorry. I'm
Ohio.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Courtney, don't
I'm
go to
sorry.
Ohio. Stay
Guys are rough.
You should not be driving.
Yeah, Ohio's mean.
Yeah, they're kind of mean up here.
Tell him the joke now when you took something from when you pickpocketed that one time. Tell him that joke.
I'm leaving. See it now.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
You
I
see-
didn't know
That one yet.
Jimmy and James, New York cops are different. You could drive your car right up through Times Square, through 50 people, right through a toy store window, and the cop will go, "Oh, your taillight's out."
Your taillight's out. Yeah.
That you know, right?
Oh, we'll get you for one over.
Dude, give us some more
I
stick.
won't.
Let Courtney continue. Go ahead, Courtney.
Oh, well, here's actually a funny story. So, before the show, I was on the phone with John, and he was like, "Courtney, I saw on Facebook your relationship status was divorced." And I was like, "Oh, I know. Like one day I was like messing around with my Facebook profile, and I put that as a joke, but people really took it seriously. So I think that later I'm gonna change my status to married, and like you know how like moms have their Facebook like usernames as their maiden name and their last name.
Right.
I think I'm gonna make my name Courtney Altera Davidson, because that's what it would be if I was married to Pete Davidson. Yeah, I've given that decision. So.
Do you think Pete Davidson is a hunk?
Yeah.
Really?
That's my
Then you
celebrity crush. I love him.
Wow. Then you must think I'm a superstar. No. No,
Let's
you know,
listen. Pete Davidson's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. What else you got for us, Courtney? Any more shtick?
So I have a friend who is an actress, and
Oh yeah.
you know, sometimes she kind of takes the whole actress thing a little too seriously. Like the other day, I asked her, you know, Rachel, why is your Instagram username the official Rachel? You're not like famous. And she said to me, "Oh, you don't understand. I was actually in a major motion picture. You should look it up." And I did, and it turns out she actually was in this movie. Rachel Bradley played the official pedestrian number 27. And just think, I know her.
I know that girl. Richie, you ever in a movie? No, you were in some of those movies. You know, those, right?
What?
You were in a few movies.
I don't mean to brag. I was.
Yeah.
Street 2.
Yeah.
In that one.
Well, Courtney, you're an actress.
I am, yeah.
Any hits in that area?
About a month ago, I actually had a role in a feature film called In America. I played like a friend of the lead, so that probably won't be out for a while, but I had a really good time on set, and I can't wait to share it, like, when it does come out.
Was it Friend 12? Friend 12?
No, I actually had a name. I was Alex, and I had, I was in, like, a few scenes. I had lines and everything. In the past, I've done extra work.
Butch.
Sorry, that was my phone.
That's our producer.
Now, are you a member of SAG
Courtney,
yet?
one more bit, Courtney.
All right.
You got another one?
I'm not a member of SAG, but I'll tell you another bit.
Go.
So my friend Rachel, she actually had a anniversary party last weekend for her and her boyfriend Todd. And it was a lot of fun. Like, they had a tent in the backyard, catered sushi to the house, hired a DJ. But I think it was a bit over the top for a 2-week anniversary. So, I asked Rachel, what are you guys planning for your 3-week anniversary? And she said, Todd's taking me to dinner, and then we're going to a really fancy hotel called the Comac Motor Inn.
That's a Long Island landmark, the Comac Motor Inn. Richie, ever been there?
I have not, but I wonder if Jimmy and James have even heard of it. I'm sure they have, right?
No.
Oh, because it's from Ohio.
It's world famous.
Yeah, you know who used to stay there? Doris Day.
Right.
Before we wrap things up, guys, Melissa Ielpi just got back to me. We are doing. I think we're the show that we're talking about is a volunteer firefighter named Brian Levings.
Yes.
Their house burned down.
Yes.
And he's also U.S. retired Marine Corps.
That's right.
So
good.
It's Brian Levings and his wife Jill. That's who we're going to be helping out.
But we're going to be sending a check to pay some of his bills within the next week or two.
Yes.
And then we're going to schedule a show. That's why we like the money in the account, so we can help people like that immediately. His home burned down, I think, on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. Courtney, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
A pleasure. Jimmy J and James.
Nice meeting you guys. Nice talking to you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Laughter Saves Lives live.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer, the circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball. Play ball.
All right.
We had a lot of viewers tonight. A lot.
A what?
A lot of viewers.
All right.
All right. Good
I'll
show,
call you
guys.
later. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.